To you Aries out here, hopefully y'all are having a good day. So for you Aries, you actually have the King of Swords, the Emperor, which is Aries, and then you have the Seven of Cups, excuse me. The Emperor is Aries in the major arcana, so you showed up in your own reading. Okay, let me see. A lot of you Aries are very patient, very tolerant. A lot of you are learning to do a good thing and to have a lot more composure, right? Brush certain things off your shoulders. And I've talked, and me and my homegirl was talking about this because I got a lot of love for her. But the point is that me and her was talking, and I was telling her that, having composure and being able to like take criticism or like take people's issues is kind of a good thing. I'm not saying for you to do it to the point where it's like it's bringing you down, but I mean just a little bit, because that's what's happening, right? In the sense that the King of Swords, the Emperor, the Seven of Cups, y'all know that y'all have options. You know that things are going very well for you, right? And a lot of you Aries have put up with nonsense, and disrespect, needless nonsense and disrespect for a very long time. But yet and still, it shows the level of class and grace that you Aries are able to maintain, right? The ones of you that have learned, right? And you endure. You have a lot of options, but right now, a lot of you Aries, sorry about that. Hold on. All right. Yeah. So, point that I'm trying to make here with that is that a lot of you Aries, right, the ones of you who have evolved, you find yourself in a position where you are learning to have composure. You're learning that, people will say all types of goofy stuff about you, but never mind, because you have options. The reason why I'm saying that is because the five of swords and the Queen of Pentacles, regardless of what nonsense you're going through where people are giving you a hard time. And again, this is what I was also kind of explaining to my homegirl, that it's a good thing, because what you need to do is to turn the things around. What's happening here is that people are giving you a hard time. People are giving you a hard time because they want you to feel low. I've talked about my 2019 story. What I did was the Krabby Patty secret formula, and I've talked about this too, but what I did was when I woke up, I said, what if I have to turn it around? And all the times people tried to make me feel like I was trash, it was because I actually was on and popping, right? I was good. I was celebratory, right? Not celibate, but celebratory, meaning that I was the celebrity to them, right? And then I turned it around. And then this was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, that same night, meaning that since 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it's technically the next day. That same night, the hours that went by, and then it became nighttime again, that same 24 hours, I actually went outside, right? And started to try this out in real life. But what I didn't say was that the I didn't sleep until I woke up at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but I didn't really get to go back to sleep up until 6 a.m. And what I did was is I kind of went back into my own memories and thought, what if all the times people tried to make me feel like trash was because I was on point and I was things was good for me. And then I went back because it sounded loco at first. It sounded like I don't know what I was talking about. And then when I thought about it and I really sat back and thought about it, things would be a lot more true. So now it's a situation where I'm looking at it like I need to actually test this out in real life. That's when I went outside, come to find out that it was true, right? That all the times, this is the thing that a lot of you Aries are not wrapping around your minds. That when you step to people the right way, and when more so accurately, when you have decency and you step to people, this is why I've been on this decency kick for a long time, because when you step to people and you try to be decent, and when you're decent, people will try to make you seem like you trash. But that's not really true, because when you press the issue and you're like, okay, so if I'm trash, why is it that they over there with you, hanging out with you, Aries? The reality of the situation does not match the nonsense that they're doing. And so that's what's going on with you. A lot of you Aries. And then once you do that, once you experience certain things, once you start living from that perspective where you turn it around, you realize the value that you bring to the table. And so what's happening here is the fact that you have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. These two cards right here for you represent how a lot of you are learning from your mistakes. You're learning to develop that new mentality, the mentality of what I was talking about, to turn it around. If people looked at you, Aries, like you were garbage, why are they attracted to you? Why do they flake? They flake because they want to play games, because they want you to feel low. And the reason why they want you to feel low is because they don't want you to be confident, because they want to make things easier on themselves by basically breaking you down so that they can have you any which way that they want you. Now, granted, I'm not saying that you should look to be difficult with a person that could be a significant other, but what I am saying is that you should most definitely try your endeavor best to have your head on your shoulders too. Don't be so difficult with the person to the point where it just doesn't, the relationship doesn't go anywhere. But don't be so easy to the point where you just allowing whatever to happen to you. And this is what it is that you Aries are starting to figure out on your own, right? But I just basically articulated it. That's what I did, and it worked, and it continues to work. It consistently continues to work. I did that 2019, and I haven't stopped. And it 6 years, and it's still working, still, because it's the reality of the situation. If a person doesn't want to hang around me, why is it that okay, I see them around town? I don't even stay in the neighborhood sometimes, because I'll go out with my family members and we'll go out of the neighborhood. We'll go this place. We'll go up here, this, that, and the third. I may go up to Roosevelt Center, aka Rockefeller Center or whatnot, which is like the high 50th Street, right where Central Park is. I'll go to 34th Street. I'll go to this place. I'll go to that place. I'll go to the Astor place. I'll go to, Canal Street. I'll go to Chinatown. I'll leave my block radius, but then I'll see them there. But then they're not into me. So why are they following me, right? Same thing with you Aries, right? And so the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords, this is you understanding that there is no need for problems as far as romantically anymore, socially, right? Which brings a level of coolness, calmness, right? There's no way that I would have been able to wear glasses like this 2-3 years ago. I wasn't ready for it. Spiritually, I wasn't ready for it, because these glasses are a symbol really of how much it is that I've grown, truth be told. I have become the cool, calm, collected individual that I've always wanted to be, right? Am I perfect? Nah. But I've become the cool, calm individual that other people saw me, that I knew that I had in me, but I know how to keep my composure, right? I dress I'm using myself as an example. I dress from the perspective of like the what it is that I am embodying. I dress that. There was a point in time where people used to think that I was like goth. I used to dress in just BLK and just have baggy clothes. But like I said, it's because I didn't know my waistline. Then it was a time where it's like I had the khaki pants, right? And I had like the dress shirt and stuff like this or whatnot, right? And the top hat. I was wearing the top hat because I was and I had this still, right? This amulet still, or medallion still, right? And then I was going outside, right, with the top hat, walking around and engaging with people because I was heavy into the voodoo, vodun, Papa Legba, Baron Samedi. You could look them up if you want, like some New Orleans type of magic, right? Like I remember around this time I had called X, Y, and Z, a magic shop in New Orleans, to ask them about Baron Samedi and stuff like this. And I worked with Baron Samedi and Papa Legba for a little while, right? Basically, it's the same equivalent. But and I had dressed like that. Now I'm dressing from a perspective of a way that I always wanted to dress, a way that I always saw myself as manifesting, literally bringing out the aspect of, there's also an aspect of me where I'm cool, calm, collected, and I'm good with the ladies, right? Because I know that I'm calmer now, because I know that a lot of the rejections that I felt that I have gained wasn't really rejections. It was individuals that are dysfunctional trying to get me to feel low. They felt low. It wasn't me being low. Do I have some things that I need to fix? Absolutely. Which I am addressing? Absolutely. But at the same time, they were the main issue. And I didn't have to get myself into a relationship or try to tear them down in order to do that. They saw themselves as the issue immediately, right? I get enough respect when I leave my my apartment and I step outside. I get enough respect. I get enough respect from the people I know. I get enough respect from the people in my neighborhood, right? I can go to any borough in New York City and get respect because I know people in every borough. You know what I'm saying? I have basically a home in all the boroughs in New York City, basically. And so the situation with that is that, so that when I changed my mentality, it helped me calm down. And then that's what you Aries got going on, right? Because the Tower, the Empress, which is Libra, and then the Ten of Pentacles here represents huge, humongous change. You Aries figuring it out, right? It's not about going back and forth. And this is what I was trying to tell my lovely, lovely homegirl. It's not about going back and forth. What it's about is, it's about understanding that you were the one that was on point the whole time. But the world tried to convince you that you're not. Once you step to people humbly, right? Once you remind yourself of what's going on, you won't easily get offended, right? There's sometimes people who try to offend me. Guess what I do? What else you got? For the most part, what else you got? Right? Because for me, I have social intelligence. I know how to read this situation. You're not going to get me on my nerves. Why? Because you bugging. You're the one that's bugging, not me. Because I'm managing how I'm stepping you. I'm stepping you correctly. Like, you feel me? You the one that's lacking composure. You feel me? And so the thing is that the Empress, this is where you're going to. The Empress, the Ten of Pentacles. Understanding that you are on point. This is where the level of confidence in me is coming from. To know that with all the pretty girls that I hung out with, the pretty ladies I kicked it with throughout my lifetime so far. All of the ladies, no matter whatever, right? All of the ladies, right? All the times that they gave me a hard time, right? Specifically those ones, right? That gave me a difficult time. For me to really understand that a lot of that stuff, all of it, I should say, was really about, it wasn't my character. It was about they had to aggravate me because they need an excuse to not rock with me because they're dysfunctional. Do you understand what that does for my confidence? Do you understand what that does for my ability to remain loose on to be loose and nimble and light on my feet? Do you understand the kind of comfort level that that gives for me? To be able to actually understand the reality that they not rocking with you not because you don't lack integrity. They not rocking with you because they lack integrity. They're dysfunctional. That's the reason why I had to go through so much problems. They're dysfunctional. And that's the thing that you Aries are learning too, right? You're starting to be able to wrap your mind around it, a lot of you, where it's like, yeah, you're getting it. Let's clarify the Empress. The Fool card, the Strength card, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and then you have the High Priestess. Right, High Priestess, secret admirers. Right? The Fool card, the Strength card, the Ten of Swords, yet again. Now that you Aries leave, they talk about you, they gave you a difficult time, you Aries, you're learning how to be a lot more calm, cool, collected. Okay, cool, forget about it. They ain't trying to rock with you. Cool, it is what it is. You moving forward, guess what happens? The Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. They understand that they're being quite stupid because from now on, people who end up not being able to lock you down and be in a relationship with you, you're in a space where for you, Aries, right? You're the prize. You're looking for a prize as well. You are a prize to most of the people that you engage with. But you're looking for a prize. You're looking for another person that's the prize too, so that the both of you can be a prize to each other. A lot of people don't want to just admit that you are a prize. They want to give you a difficult time. That's why it is I don't get upset about the person who I last kicked it with, or one of the few people who I kicked it with last time. I don't get upset. I don't get angry. I don't drag their name through the mud at all, because I understand what it is. The truth is, this person wanted to be difficult, but they could have been in a loving relationship if they had wanted to. But I guess they didn't think that they could be in one. I guess they didn't think that I would go for that. It's up to them. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 23,400 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, the link to that is in the comment section below. I want to also say that I have a app to promote. I personally like it. I love it. I've tried it out a couple of times. I love the mechanics, the colors of it. I love it, right? It's called Botanical Bar. It's also educational, as it is that you have fun. I will drop the link to it, Google Play Store or iOS, aka Apple, in the comment section below. And I just want to also go ahead and say, right before I forget, I went a little bit loco with the grimoires, right? Because I talked about the Azosha and how it is that, right, clip off and stuff like this. And the Azosha will teach you how to get to the divine self, and that the Azosha also teaches you that, Aries, Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio are the children of Set. Well, these are two grimoires that are rare and stuff like this, and they basically have some of the same material in it. This book right here is by, for all those people who know me, Pascal Beverly Randolph. He's one of the heroes. It's called The Immortality of Man, okay, by Pascal Beverly Randolph. And this one is called The Grimoire of Tiamat, right? Just to show y'all that I'm not BSing. This stuff is real. This stuff actually worked. It actually happened. These are just two books to show you how serious I am and how committed I am at doing this YouTube thing and how serious I am in my books. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. But that's it. Peace. Have a good one. See y'all Saturday.